Hello, my name is David Howlett from Next Level Training. I'm an executive sales rep and an NRA instructor. And for the past 2 years, I've been talking to NRA instructors and training counselors from across this great country of ours. I've been sharing with them one of the most innovative training aids ever introduced into the firearms industry, the SIRT Training Pistol. SIRT stands for Shot Indicating Resetting Trigger. You do not have to rack the slide, the trigger automatically resets. It's a laser-generated dry-firing pistol and much more. Presently, it's in a similar platform as a Glock 1722 model. It's completely 100% inert, runs off of a 3-volt lithium battery. It's good for more than 60,000 trigger pulls. It's just an amazing amount of trigger pulls you can get off of one battery. You can put any aftermarket sights on it you want. It comes with a completely weighted inert magazine that will also function and go into a real Glock as an inert weighted training mag. The trigger has over 6 different positions that you can adjust it, and you can adjust from 2 pounds to 20 pounds. It has a light rail. Put any light on it you want, Surefire stream light, and it also has, this is the Pro model. The Pro model has a green shot indicating laser, and then our training model has a red shot indicating laser, and both of them have a what we call a pre-travel laser. You'll notice here, as soon as I touch the pre-travel, I call it the slop in the Glock, you'll see the red laser come on, then I'll break the shot and the green shot indicating laser. The pre-travel laser can be turned on or off depending on how you want to use it. And it'll fit in any holster that'll take a Glock 1722 model. There's nothing like it on the planet. The SIRT Training Pistol allows you to compress a high volume of training into a short window of time with serious savings. I have all my students on a training schedule of 5 to 10 minutes a day. They do 10 draws, 10 mag changes, and 250 trigger pulls. I get them on a 40-day cycle. That gives them 400 draws in every 40 days, 400 mag changes, and 10,000 trigger pulls in real time and real space with complete visual confirmation on every shot for both the student and the instructor. The instructor can instantly diagnose any training scars that the student or the shooter has in real time and real space. They can tell if they're slapping the trigger, heeling the gun. Does the student understand front sight focus, front sight alignment? The student can also self-diagnose their training scars instantly. They can see what's right and wrong and dial in and build perfect muscle memory, perfect trigger control. You can work all the fundamentals, position, grip, front sight focus, front sight alignment, trigger mechanics, follow through, breathing, all in real time and real space. I'm going to hit on some PowerPoints. These PowerPoints are why any shooter who values his life, his loved ones, should buy a SIRT Training Pistol. First thing I usually do in my class, I ask my students, why are you taking my class? Steve, for example, Steve, why are you taking my class? Dave, I was almost killed last year. I was in the hospital for about a month and a half. I work a factory job. I have to walk 5 blocks to my car. 4 guys jumped me. They beat me within an inch of my life. They didn't think I was going to make it. I'm going to tell you, Dave, I don't ever want to experience it. It was the most helpless feeling I ever had. And so that's why I'm taking your class. I want to learn how to safely and effectively handle a firearm. And I'm going to get my concealed carry permit. Outstanding. Fantastic that you're being proactive. Karen, how about you? Well, Dave, I've got 3 little girls. I live out in the county. As you know, there's been a lot of home invasions recently. And my husband doesn't get home until 7 o'clock. And so, and a policeman's too heavy to carry. So I'm going to have to start arming myself to be able to defend myself and my children in my home. And so that's why I'm taking your class. That's awesome. Again, being proactive, people are making that decision to educate themselves, get the knowledge and the understanding how to handle and shoot a firearm safely and effectively. And I tell my students, if you're going to carry a gun, concealed carry, or have a pistol at home for home and personal self-defense, you must train. If you don't train, it is a very serious mistake. God forbid someone tries to kill you or a loved one. You have 3 options: fight, flight, or freeze. And again, if you have not trained, if you've not got in that high volume of reps, building that muscle memory, building all the neural pathways so that you go right into the fight mode without even thinking about it, you're most likely going to freeze or flee if you don't get those high repetitions in. What happens in the moment in a life and death situation from a physiological point of view? You get tunnel vision, your life passes before you, your fine motor skills go south. And again, I'm just going to say, what's your life worth? I hope it's worth the price of a SIRT training pistol. And I talked to instructors from all over the country, and they almost have the same thing. They say they run into a student they hadn't seen for a year, year and a half. Hey, Tom, hey, how's it going? Hey, good, Dave, good. Hey, so how's training going? You been shooting much or training? Well, I got to be honest, Dave. I haven't trained and I haven't shot since I trained with you a year and a half ago. But I got my concealed carry permit. Wow. I mean, it's, you know, it's a serious problem. Listen very carefully here. The SIRT Training Pistol is simply the most innovative training product that is it has realistic solutions and solves serious problems for all levels of shooters, whether you're beginner, intermediate, or advanced. Simply nothing like it on the planet. After a student takes a class, why do they almost all not train? Well, it comes down to two things. It comes down to time and it comes down to money. And don't forget, over my 40-day cycle that I give my students, 5 to 10 minutes a day, they can do 10 draws, 10 mag changes, and 250 trigger pulls. Again, in real time and real space. They can diagnose and see any training scars. They can see what's right and they can see what's wrong. Again, in real time and real space. Just to go to the range, you know, it's cost prohibitive sometimes. They may be 10, 12 miles away from their house. Gas there and back. Just for 250 rounds, if you're going to do the ratio of 250 trigger pulls a day, 250 rounds is going to cost you, if you got some cheap 9mm ammo, about $50, $60. And so that's going to be $2,000 to do 10,000 trigger pulls that you can do with the SIRT over a 40-day cycle, just in 5 or 10 minutes. So you got gas there and back, range cost, 50, 60 bucks for ammo, whatever you vet your time is worth. So what are we at? 50, 60, $70 just to go shoot 250 rounds? It's just too cost prohibitive. People's schedules are too compressed and they just don't have that time. So now you can train in the safety of your own home, or your office, and get a high volume of compressed training, quality training in a very short window of time, and have some serious savings and build all that muscle memory that you're going to need to be able to defend and protect yourself and your loved ones. Well, listen, train for the worst, buy the best, buy a SIRT, because there's not going to be any second place winners. Train hard and train smart.